In today's video, we're gonna go over the 5 reasons you should get into voiceover. Let's get into it. Giddy up. What's up, full-timers? My name is John Lano, and I've been a full-time voice talent since 2012. This channel is all about helping the aspiring voice talent all the way up to fellow full-timers like me leverage their time and resources to build a thriving and successful and growing voiceover business. Reason number 1 to get into voiceover is that you get freedom from the grind. Oh yeah, it feels so good to not have to deal with paid time off and schedules and going into an office and being beholden to a specific boss or team or anything like that. Now, yes, in voiceover, you are beholden to your clients. You are beholden to your family or yourself to actually make a living and be successful in voiceover. Of course, in voiceover, your schedule is your own. And on top of the scheduling freedom, there's freedom to grow your business however you want it. You want to get into a specific genre of voiceover? Do it.
Movie trailer voice.
The sky is the limit in voiceover. So whatever you want to get into, whatever you want to do, however hard you want to work, it's up to you. You have that freedom. Reason number 2 to get into voiceover, and that is you get to do something you love to do. Now, if you don't like performing, if you don't like being behind a microphone, if you...
Can you guys hear me out there?
If you don't like working with individual clients or being your own boss, then okay, voiceover's not for you. Don't get into it. If you love performing, if you love interpreting a script or acting, you get to love what you do. You get to spend time all day, every day with a microphone, and you get to just perform and act and work with clients and do all of these incredible things. I'm serious though. It's a privilege to be able to do something that you love to do for a living. Reason number 3 to get into voiceover is that the barrier to entry is very low. Anyone in any part of the country, in any part of the world, can get into voiceover. You don't have to live in Los Angeles or New York City or Chicago or London or any huge metropolitan area to get into voiceover. I know people in the voiceover industry who are having all sorts of success who live in rural Iowa. I mean, I live in Minnesota, which, you know, Minneapolis is a pretty good market for voiceover, but it's not one of the biggest markets, but I make a full-time living at it. And I work with clients all over the world. So anyone from anywhere can get into voiceover. Back in the day, to do any sort of voiceover work, you had to go into a studio. But today, you can do it from your home. So get an acoustically treated space and get some decent equipment. You can get up and running. There are certain things you have to do to actually be competitive and actually succeed in voiceover. And I've actually gone over that in a different video about building a successful voiceover career. If you look up here, I still don't know which side it is, it goes over the 7 main pillars of a successful voiceover career. Anyway, the barrier to entry is very low, so you can compete with anyone.
Let's voice against each other. 3, 2, 1, fight.
But seriously, you can compete with anyone. You can compete with the top talent in the country, in the world, and you can do it from your own small little house in Timbuktu, you know, wherever you live, doesn't matter. Reason number 4 you should get into voiceover is that the pay can be... Give me that money, give me that money. I'm not kidding. You can get paid thousands of dollars to say 5 words, and you can get paid every single year after that for those same 5 words if someone re-ups a commercial campaign. You can get paid thousands of dollars again for not even working again. The thing is, in voiceover, a lot that goes into your rates is the usage of whatever you're doing. So let's say you're voicing a commercial. If that commercial is going to be broadcast on TV, on network television during the Olympics, that is going to command thousands of dollars for your rate. So you can say 5 words, 10 words, 3 words, and get paid thousands of dollars for that kind of work because the usage is so high. Not everything has that same usage, I understand. You know, you do a training video or do some e-learning narration, the rates aren't as high as that. But as you get more adept at editing and the whole process, you can really leverage your time. So you can record an hour-long training narration that pays good money and get it done really quickly if you can figure out, you know, the editing, the workflow, all of those things. Or you could even pay an editor to do it for you. The key here is finding the work. Yeah, you got to search around and be like, hey, I'd love to voice for you. Can you let me voice for you? Pay me some money, you know, pay me some Maybe some of that moolah to voice for you. That'd be nice. The thing that you have to solve is figuring out how to get in front of decision makers, how to get in front of buyers, someone who decides, okay, we want to hire this voice for this project. How do you do that? Well, in future videos, I will go over that. You just have to keep that in mind. And that leads me to the next reason, and that is you can immortalize yourself, or, stroke your ego a little bit. Okay, voice talent don't like to admit this, but one of the main reasons they do voiceover, one thing they love about voiceover is getting recognition for projects they've done. Hearing their voice in a project. I mean, it's very cool when you can be a part of a super fun project. For example, like I'm the voice of Bixby, which is Samsung's voice assistant. And I love saying that because it's just fun. It's cool. I mean, it's fun to be able to say that kind of stuff. It feels good. It's validating. It strokes your ego, of course. You deal with rejection so much in this industry that when you can get a win like that, when you can book a huge project like that, heck yeah, I'm gonna be pumped about it. Of course I'm gonna be excited. That's amazing. And voiceover, your voice is recorded and then it's broadcast out there. It's put on a video that lives on the internet, and that's gonna be there pretty much forever. I mean, maybe not forever, but it's gonna be out there for a long time. So your thing that you do for a living is immortalized in a way. And that's pretty good. That's pretty nice, I gotta say. Bonus reason, it is a great small talk starter. I don't know about you, but I am not a huge fan of small talk. It's okay. Let's say you're at a party, you don't know a lot of people, but they're acquaintances, you gotta strike up a conversation. Some person turns to you and says, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" Well, you turn to them and say, I actually do voiceovers for a living." Wait, what do you do for a living? Like on the radio? Yeah, I just do voices for commercials and for training videos and audiobooks and all that kind of stuff. Oh my gosh, that's so interesting. But for real, people love hearing about voiceover. It's a unique career. And so you can strike up a conversation about it with anyone. Now, it's not all rainbows and butterflies, because if you missed the previous video, you need to go back and watch it because it goes over the 5 reasons you should not get into voiceover. So watch that. That's up here. Make sure you watch that next. Until next time, full-timers, giddy up.